The best food to lower cortisol. Foods high in magnesium are really good for you, like leafy green vegetables, for example, spinach, collard greens, Swiss chard, and also avocado. Green tea is fantastic, and eggs are really good for you. Fermented foods like sauerkraut and kefir, fish like salmon and cod, which provide essential fatty acids omega-3. Avoid coffee, processed foods, and alcohol. But most importantly, the thing that produces the most cortisol, what you should avoid the most, is continuous stress. On a transgenerational and biodecoding level, unresolved emotional wounds are what produce the most stress and cortisol, right below. An untrained mind is useless. That's why I dedicate myself to training your mind. Through many of my programs, especially my Conscious Wealth program, check my informational links right below. My peace is my main treasure. 4 foods that increase your testosterone. This hormone is very important for both men and women. It has positive effects on bone strength, concentration, libido, blood pressure, mood, concentration, and cardiovascular health. Strength training is always the best for testosterone, and of course, it's even better when combined with aerobic exercise and stretching. On an emotional level, testosterone is the icon hormone. Pomegranate, blueberries, and red fruits in general. Secondly, oysters and seafood rich in zinc, cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower and broccoli, and in 4th place, eggs, avocados, and nuts. The sun as medicine and benefits you didn't know about. Did you know that sunbathing not only gives you vitamin D, but also increases your testosterone, improves your mood, and can even protect your eyesight? Why? Because for years we've only been told about the dangers of solar radiation, but we've never or almost never been told about its benefits. So today you'll discover what science knows about the sun and your health, and I assure you that you won't look at it the same way again. Point number 1. The sun regulates your biological clock. Sunlight adjusts your circadian rhythm, your internal clock, which controls sleep, energy, hormones, and even your mood. So, more sunlight gives you more daytime energy and improves nighttime sleep. Point 2. Vitamin D. The sun hormone, vitamin D, is activated by sun exposure and regulates calcium, bones, and the immune system. There are studies that show that vitamin D deficiency is related to hypertension, cancer, male infertility, and low immunity. The problem is that more than 60% of people with light skin and up to 90% of people with dark skin have a deficiency. Point number 3. Testosterone and sexual performance. Sunlight stimulates your testicles to produce more testosterone. A study from Tel Aviv University showed that just 25 minutes in the sun is enough to significantly increase testosterone levels. And a surprising finding from 1939 revealed that sunbathing your chest increased testosterone by 120%. Also, sunbathing the testicles increased it by up to 200%. This improves sexual desire, fertility, and even protects against depression. Points. Sunlight activates neurotransmitters, dopamine, which spreads day and of the eye. Point number 5. How to expose yourself with at least 40% of your body's surface exposed. And the best times are in the morning, early, or in the afternoon, avoiding 11 to 3 during summer. Skin color. The darker your skin, the more time you need to produce the same amount of vitamin D. So the sun is a natural medicine. It regulates your hormones, strengthens your bones, improves your mood, and boosts your sex life. Remember, without the sun there is no life, but with the right sun exposure, you'll have more health and more strength. Now tell me in the comments, how much time do you spend in the sun each day? 3 foods that slow down sarcopenia while you sleep. Let's talk about nighttime protein, for example. Did you know you might lose a lot of muscle while you sleep without realizing it? How does muscle work? Well, during the day when you eat protein and move around, your body builds more muscle than it breaks down. That is, muscle synthesis, building, is greater than proteolysis, breakdown. At night, especially if you go many hours without eating, synthesis drops. The building process decreases, but the breakdown process keeps working at the same rate. So yes, even if you go to the gym or eat well during the day, your body reduces muscle building at night. And in addition, the loss remains active. The good news is that science has already found the solution. And what is the solution? Taking slow digesting protein before going to sleep, which can transform your organs. Solution: a night gym, Today, I'm going to show you the most effective foods to stop sarcopenia while you sleep. What should a good nighttime food have to take care of your muscles? Point number 1, at least 20-30 grams of protein per serving. Point number 2, a minimum of 2.5 grams of leucine, the amino acid that triggers muscle repair. Point number 3, it should be slow digesting to release nutrients gradually throughout the night. With these criteria, what do we get? We have two groups of foods. Sardines and other fish like anchovies, melba or mackerel. On the other hand, I've also increased my egg intake, so I recommend them to you as well. And I always have boiled potatoes on hand, sometimes to go with other foods or sometimes seasoned with onion, parsley, oil and salt. I also use peas, green beans, broccoli. I love broccoli. The second group of foods I don't use because I avoid milk and its derivatives. That's point number 1. Casein, which is the queen of nighttime proteins, is simply concentrated powdered milk, nothing artificial. It forms a gel in your stomach that releases amino acids slowly for up to 6 hours. That's point number 2. Cottage cheese is the most natural version of casein. A serving of this cheese, 250 grams, provides 30 grams of slow digesting protein plus calcium and extra nutrients. Greek yogurt or skaya, in addition to casein, gives you probiotics that support your digestion. With 200 grams of this Greek yogurt, you get about 20 grams of protein. But the key, what's the key, is consistency. A little bit of salt, just a bit, and with a little bit of salt, you'll have a good diet. That way you make sure your body gets amino acids while you sleep. Remember, the muscle you don't feed at night, you lose. Share in the comments what you'll have for dinner tonight. Would you be dead without salt? Today I'm going to tell you the truth that no one has told you about salt, because have you ever been told that salt is bad for your health? I'm sure you have, right? Well, today I'm going to break this myth for you. Without salt, literally, you would be dead. Why? Because salt, especially sodium, is not an enemy. It's an essential mineral for human life. It's so vital that without salt, healthy salt, good salt, your cells couldn't function, your heart would stop, and your brain would collapse. It's that simple. Sodium is crucial for transmitting nerve impulses, it's crucial for your muscles to contract, and for maintaining the balance of fluids inside and outside your cells. So, why have we been told for decades that salt is dangerous? Well, the problem isn't salt itself, but the type of salt and the context in which you consume it. Most of the salt people consume comes from ultra-processed foods. And besides, the salt from your household salt shaker is usually refined, demineralized, and lifeless, which can cause you serious imbalances. According to the Salt and Health study from the British Medical Journal, sodium intake from prepared foods and industrial snacks is associated with hypertension and cardiovascular risk. But here's where it gets interesting. Unrefined sea salt doesn't have that negative effect on healthy people. On the contrary, those natural salts contain more than 80 essential trace elements such as magnesium, potassium, calcium, and zinc, which help balance vital body functions. A lack of sodium can cause, among many other things, chronic fatigue, mental confusion, cramps, dizziness, and in some extreme cases, nervous system collapse. And this is something that many integrative doctors are already seeing in their practices. In addition, salt activates the adrenal glands, regulating the production of aldosterone, a key hormone for your energy and vitality. Did you know that ancient peoples who didn't consume salt died younger? And when salt was introduced into their diets, their life expectancy increased dramatically? That is documented in anthropological texts like those of Dr. Weston A. Price. So, it's not less salt, it's better salt. What benefits us is not eliminating it, but using it consciously. Start seeing salt as a natural supplement that your body needs, not as a poison. Comment below, natural salt, vital health. And also tag someone who is still afraid of salt, so that fear doesn't make decisions for you, but the truth does. In conclusion, natural salt is not your enemy. It's vital for your brain, heart, muscles, and your entire nervous system. What's dangerous is refined industrial salt and the kind we find in ultra-processed foods. Take good note of this. Testosterone and the midlife crisis. How can you naturally regain your energy? Do you feel that when you reach 40, your energy is not the same anymore? Maybe you work out, eat well, but you feel more tired, less sexual, and not as energetic as before. Well, it's not your imagination. Behind all of this could be your testosterone levels. Testosterone is much more than just the male hormone. Testosterone impacts your muscles, your immune system, your brain, your motivation, and your sex drive. It even helps prevent cortisol, the stress hormone, from destroying your defenses. The problem is that starting at around 35 or 40 years old, both men and women begin to notice a natural decline. For example, men experience less muscle mass, more abdominal fat, a drop in energy and desire. Women experience sarcopenia, muscle loss, a higher risk of osteoporosis, and a decrease in enthusiasm for life. That's why people talk about the famous midlife crisis. It's not just emotional, it's also biological. What can you do naturally? Well, the good news is that you don't have to give up or resign yourself. Science has shown that with changes in your lifestyle, you can maintain or even increase your testosterone. Point number 1, strength exercise. 2 sessions per week of weight training, resistance bands, or even using your own body weight are enough to activate your muscle mass and slow down hormonal decline. Studies in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research confirm that resistance training increases testosterone levels and improves insulin sensitivity. Next point, daily movement. It's very important to walk 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day because this keeps visceral fat under control, which is key to not blocking your hormone production. Next point, sleep well. Lack of sleep can reduce your testosterone by up to 15% in just 1 week. University of Chicago. 2011, sleep 7-8 hours of quality sleep. They say it's a natural anabolic. Stress management, high cortisol levels equal low testosterone. On the floor, meditation, conscious breathing, or even taking moments of calm are just as important as the gym. Balanced nutrition is also very important. A Mediterranean diet rich in clean proteins, healthy fats, avocado, nuts, omega-3s, and micronutrients like zinc and magnesium is essential for hormone production. Remember, testosterone is your vitality hormone, but your lifestyle is the key that protects it. The midlife crisis at 40, what is it? Why? Hitting rock bottom can be your moment to be reborn stronger and more aware. Now tell me in the comments, what habit are you going to start today to take care of your hormones? Your amount of muscle predicts how long you're going to live. I don't want to scare you, but that's how it is. There's scientific information. Muscle mass is not just about looks, it's preventive medicine, it's your health reserve, it's your metabolic engine, and it's the foundation for aging with dignity. What's going on? More muscle, better metabolism, less fat, better glucose regulation, improved insulin sensitivity. It prevents type 2 diabetes, and it also reduces inflammation. According to the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, muscle acts as an immunological organ, so it produces amino acids that defend you, help you regenerate, and heal faster. Without muscle, you get sick more often and recover less. It also regulates your hormones, from the menstrual cycle to menopause and andropause. Did you know it even helps you breathe better? In the intensive care unit, those who have more muscle have a better chance of surviving. In addition, muscle releases endorphins, reduces stress and anxiety, and improves your self-esteem and mental focus. What happens when you lose muscle and become more dependent as you age? Can you imagine not being able to get up alone, climb stairs, or carry groceries? That can be prevented today. More muscle and stronger bones help prevent fractures and osteoporosis, according to a publication in Osteoporosis International. And yes, it also shapes your figure, improves your posture, and gives you a healthy look that no filter can imitate. Write below in the comments. I make muscle a priority, so train strength, eat enough protein, get good rest, and take care of your body. Your future self will thank you for it. Muscle is life, it's health, longevity, prevention. Start today. Immunocal, which I've been taking for a year and a half, helps you build muscle at any age. I'm 66 years old and look, I don't have that much muscle either, but honestly, I've never had this much before. Now I have more than ever, so at any age, it's going to be good for you. For more information about Immunocal, check the link in my bio or send me a message on WhatsApp. Your body doesn't need diets. Your body needs cellular intelligence. Your body doesn't want punishments or extreme restrictions. Your body wants real nutrition. So if you feel tired, bloated, or unfocused, maybe it's not a lack of willpower, it's a lack of essential nutrients. Start here. Point number 1, drink water when you wake up. 2, include omega-3 every day. 3, eat foods with glutathione or compounds that boost it, like the bonded cysteine in Immunocal. 4, cut out hidden sugars. 5, make sure to move your body, even if it's just 20 minutes a day. And above all, listen to your body. Your body doesn't talk to bother you, it talks to save you. I nourish myself with awareness and with love. This is to better absorb the whole message. And remember, your health is your foundation and your energy is your most valuable asset.